I hear voices in my head. Let's talk about those brand new WWE Funko Pops.
Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
What's up, guys? It's DK Wrestler here, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the brand new set of WWE Funko Pops. Now, obviously, with my name being DK Wrestler, I am a huge fan of WWE and all sorts of wrestling, and I am a pro wrestler myself, so it definitely makes sense for me to be doing this video today. Now, this overall wave is actually pretty decent that we're going to be talking about today. It's not obviously a huge wave like we had gotten at Funko Fair earlier in the year, but it's still pretty cool for only having 5 pops, which 3 of those are common pops and 2 of them are exclusives. So without further ado, we might as well start talking about the common Funko Pops. Like I mentioned, there are 3 Funko Pops, which I will discuss about them one at a time, with the first one being at the top row in the middle there, being none other than the American Dream Dusty Rhodes. And this looks awesome in Funko Pop form. I love the detail involved with Dusty's hair and how it's kind of scraggly. You got the kind of brown eyebrows there. He's got his one finger pointing up, and obviously he is wearing yellow and black with the polka dots, because that is what the American Dream Dusty Rhodes is known for. At least in WWE, he wore the polka dots. He didn't wear polka dots when he was in like WCW or NWA, where he was really super famous and essentially a world champion in those companies. And I felt like it's been a long time coming for Dusty Rhodes to have his own Funko Pop figure, because I feel like with some of the WWE Pops they have made over the years, we could have just scrapped some of the random remakes of certain characters and then replace them with the Dusty Rhodes Pop. But finally, we have a Dusty Rhodes Pop, so I guess it's better late than never, as the saying goes. I like how they made the shirt basically yellow with the black polka dots and then made his gear black with the yellow polka dots. It definitely makes sense. That's how his attire was in WWE. And it's only a matter of time before Funko decides to pull the trigger and make a pop of his son, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, who recently returned to WWE at WrestleMania a few months back, which it will be his first Funko Pop in the WWE lineup when they do that, even though they already made a pop of Cody, but that was for the New Japan Pro Wrestling lineup and not the WWE lineup. The next pop we're going to talk about is of Riddle, or formerly known as Matt Riddle, which, if I can be completely honest, I hate Riddle with a passion. I'm never a fan of those kind of stoner type gimmicks or stoner type people in general, where they got that dude like kind of voice. It's like it super irritates me, but overall I do think he is a pretty great performer. The Funko Pop we have here is pretty decent. I felt like the hair is a little bit too bright. I know his hair is a little bit of like a dirty blonde-esque type of hair, but I felt like in the Funko Pop here is a little bit too bright to where it is almost as blonde as the American Dream Dusty Rhodes hair, but it's still okay. I mean, they could have made it a little bit darker, but obviously still make it bright at the same time. He is wearing, I believe it is supposed to be the kind of snake skin outfit, because of course he is one half of RK Bro with Randy Orton, so he kind of has that green attire with the name Riddle. He's got pink on like his trunks there, or not trunks, but more of like biker tights, and also on his jacket too with the blue zipper with his logo on there. I think that's pretty decent. And also a cool added detail is adding the flip-flops that Riddle normally wears when he is entering the ring, and then obviously he kind of just jumps up and kicks them off. That's pretty decent. I felt like he could have been in a better pose than what he is, like maybe with his arms more out like he does during his entrance, but overall I'm not surprised that they made a Riddle Funko Pop. But speaking of RK Bro, we have the other half of RK Bro, the Apex Predator, the Viper, the Legend Killer, the man who celebrated his 20th anniversary recently of being a part of WWE, my favorite wrestler, Randy Orton, which it is cool to have another Randy Orton pop, because I actually have the original Randy Orton pop that was made in 2019, but I felt like that wasn't really the greatest pop. But I will admit, I do like this version of Randy Orton much better than the original Randy Orton. I like obviously the current look that they have going on, where he has basically the shaved head, but he has that kind of dirty mustache with the goatee going on like current Randy Orton should. He doesn't really have much of a pose also, but at the same time, it looks like he's ready to just smack his arms down, or like punch his arms down, I should say, ready to hit an RKO on someone. He's wearing shorts, which I guess is okay. I mean, it would have been better if he was actually in his ring gear instead of the random shorts, but he's got his boots on, he's got the knee pads, and they have the tattoos on with the wrist tape on his wrist and his hands there, which is pretty decent because that's how Randy Orton has his wrist tape nowadays, is on his wrist and his hands. So overall, it's pretty decent. I do like it a bit better than the original one, and I will for sure be getting this Randy Orton Funko Pop because he is my favorite wrestler in WWE currently, and I will plan on getting any Randy Orton Funko Pop that Funko decides to make in the near future, even if that means that they end up doing somehow a 2-pack involving Randy Orton and Riddle and then slapping a Books A Million sticker like they've been doing with a lot of licensors over the years. Moving on to the exclusive Funko Pops, which we have 2 exclusive pops, which first off we will talk about the brand new Finn Balor Funko Pop, which will be exclusive to Amazon. And this is actually a pretty decent looking Finn Balor. He's got a bit longer hair like he does now. It's more off to the side, and he's kind of got that like haircut where it's like kind of bald on the sides, but it's kind of growing longer as it gets higher on his head, and that's pretty decent. He's got the facial hair also. It's a little bit of an improvement from the original Finn Balor Pops that Funko had made a few years back. He has the pose that he normally does with his arms out, and he has the one finger pointing out on each of his hands, which is pretty decent. At least he's doing an entrance pose, unlike Riddle and Randy Orton for their respective Funko Pops. But I mean, do I like it better than the other Finn Balor Pops? Well, I mean, I just said that it's a little bit of an improvement, but I meant as terms to like the head sculpt. But overall, obviously you can't go wrong with the Demon Finn Balor Funko Pops that they previously made. And then the original one, I definitely think it's better than the original common one, but I don't think it's better than the Demon Pops that we had gotten over the years. And the last pop we are going to be talking about for this set of WWE Funko Pops is RVD Rob Van Dam, which is going to be exclusive to GameStop and will be a part of a pop and pin bundle, which is actually pretty sweet. I like the idea of Rob Van Dam holding his customized Money in the Bank briefcase and how it's bright blue with the RVD logo that is green, yellow, and white on the front of the briefcase there. He's wearing his red attire with the dragon on it as he wore in WrestleMania 22 when he became Mr. Money in the Bank. And I do like the idea of making this a pop and pin bundle with the WrestleMania 22 logo. I think that's pretty decent. The pop and pin bundles have been pretty decent as of late. We actually just recently gave away a pop and pin bundle of the Nature Boy Ric Flair with the Royal Rumble pin. And then there's a bunch of other ones like Eddie Guerrero with the WrestleMania 20 pin. Overall, for Rob Van Dam, he looks pretty cool. I wish his one arm was sticking out with his thumb pointing at him so that he is doing the whole Rob Van Dam kind of pose there. The hair is pretty decent. I'm almost going to say like the same thing I said with Riddle and how it should have been a little bit darker, but keep it a little bit brighter because RVD once again has this kind of dirty blonde hair to him. And I think overall it's pretty decent. It makes sense that they make RVD at this point because of the fact that last year in 2021, he did get inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, and the fact that they recently announced a Paul Heyman Funko Pop that was exclusive to GameStop. So that goes hand in hand because both of them being synonymous with ECW, it would totally make sense for you to get an RVD pop now to go along with the Paul Heyman pop if you are planning to get it. But anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's video on the brand new WWE Funko Pops, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below and let me know what your favorite pop is for this entire brand new 5-pop WWE wave. I'm gonna have to choose either between Dusty Rhodes because it's a brand new pop or Randy Orton because he is, after all, my favorite WWE superstar currently on the roster. And as said in the intro, make sure you press that subscribe button for more content like this video in the future and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's video and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here. Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at a Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, a Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.